Hey, party animals, it's Natasha, and welcome to What's Happening on the Farm. I think about it's spring. It's the first day of daylight savings time here in Virginia. And, spring is this opportunity to begin again, start, I don't know, but it's an exciting time because it's getting warm. The weeping willow here has small green leaves. The daffodils have begun blooming. The tulips are coming out of the ground. It's awakening time. But around the farm, there's let's put it into two categories. There's a time of maintenance and there's a time of many, many projects. Whether you have a farm or not, there's always time for projects. And gosh, sometimes you just don't want to do the maintenance. But what are we doing right now on the farm? It's March. What are we doing now on the farm to keep plugging along? We are pruning trees, and not just like we're pruning like our trees in our regular yard. And then I don't have large trees in the pasture yet. I have them all fenced off, so I've done very light pruning there. I'm also pruning the property line trees that, not my entire property line. We have like 23.3 acres, but the cleared property line, meaning where the pastures are, where my regular yard is. But I do need to get another tool for that. I need to get like a long pole saw because there's some very tall pines and gumball trees, all that stuff. So I need to get another tool for that. But we also have an orchard here, and it's an orchard that we've planted over maybe, let's say, the last 4 years. We've been planting it, and we keep adding to it as well. But those fruit trees, we got apple, we've got peach, we've got cherry, plum, pear, and some other things. We got blueberries. We got, which is very important to me, we have thornless blackberry canes that I got from my neighbor who was clearing out her bed. It was very nice of her. I have those, and I'm a big, like, let's have things without thorns. And also animals without horns. So I have thornless blackberry canes as well. But I need to trim those, I need to prune those trees because, I want them to stay a nice compact size. I'm only like 5'2" and some change, and I'm willing to get on a ladder, right? But I'm not willing to get on a tall ladder to get fruit. So I want to keep them at a manageable height for myself and to keep those trees healthy as well, because we are starting to see some fruit. Not a lot of fruit, but we are starting to see some fruit, which is pretty exciting. And besides pruning trees, next up we have shearing the sheep. That's actually coming a little later this week. The sheep get their wool sheared off. They also get their hooves done, and they'll be naked sheep. And I think the coolest thing about when sheep get sheared is whenever you release them back into the pasture, right, one at a time as they're getting sheared, they may not recognize each other, because before they were like a big old puffball, but now they're all skinny minis. Or if they had indulged a little bit too much in the peanut hay, they may be chubby minis. All right, so what's next? So we've got pruning the garden, shearing the sheep. It's time to garden, right? It's not time to really start planting for me. Maybe it is, but I haven't quite figured out what to plant in the colder. I still have chances of frost. It might be a light frost as well. But I can prepare the garden. So I'm trimming back the stuff that I said I'd trim all winter that I didn't do. Cutting back the dead plants. I try not to rake too much because there are beneficial insects in there in the leaf litter, but I do trim back all the dead stuff as well. So we've covered maintenance. There's always projects, because who doesn't want more maintenance in the future? That's why did I get all this property if I was going to build more things? So right now we have a makeshift greenhouse because we don't have a current greenhouse in the garage, and we're going to be doing some seeds in there, but not just vegetable seeds for the garden, which really we probably should have done some of those a lot sooner. But hey, it's okay. It's okay that I'm not doing them until now. But we are going to do some trying our hand at cut flowers. And so we are going to be doing some seedlings out there in the makeshift little greenhouse in the garage. And so we're going to be working on that project. So where are we going to plant these flowers? We have a spot in the orchard that we are currently killing killing all the grass, bye-bye grass and honeysuckle vine and whatever was growing out there that we had to mow all the time. We have an area out there, and we've been composting horse manure and other things around the farm to get ready to make the flower bed. So that is a project. We're going to make a cut flower bed. We're growing seedlings for it. We're going to be planting those seedlings. And speaking of growing things, I have been collecting different types of potatoes to grow. I want to master growing potatoes. I feel like I've done a pretty good job with sweet potatoes, but regular potatoes, I do so on. I love potatoes, and I want potatoes to start raining down on me, okay? All right, I have a potager garden, which is a kitchen garden off the side of the house, and I have a path in it, but it's just been a mulch path. But we are working on bricking up that pathway, so we've got to gather materials, clean that mulch out, level, all that jazz. So that's a project we have as well. And last but not least, we are working on a greenhouse. So we've been putting together our dream board of different greenhouses. What are we looking for? And I think we're about to decide on a final greenhouse design. And then we've got to gather all those materials. And I think that's a very large project in itself. So we have a lot of work on our hands. But that's what we like to do. That's our jam. That's what we like to do. We like to piddle around with our property, hang out with our animals, and of course, donuts. If you're wondering what Donut's maintenance is, he's getting brushed and getting his nails done this month. Those very hairy Great Pyrenees dogs are always getting that done. So thank you for joining me. I will share some of this stuff along the way, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye, y'all.